Tonight, President Trump has made a dramatic announcement, unveiling a major new military operation in the Eastern Pacific. The mission, he says, is aimed squarely at disrupting and dismantling the networks of drug traffickers who have long used these waters as a highway for illegal narcotics. According to the president, this operation signals a shift to a more aggressive, hands-on approach in the ongoing battle against illegal drug smuggling. The administration is deploying additional naval assets and law enforcement resources, determined to intercept shipments before they reach American shores. Trump painted a stark picture, describing the nation as under siege from a relentless flow of narcotics. He framed the operation not just as law enforcement, but as a critical act of national defense, one that demands urgent and decisive action to protect American communities. The president's message was clear: the rules of engagement have changed. The administration is escalating its response, signaling to traffickers that the U.S. is prepared to take unprecedented steps. Trump also warned that as the sea routes become more dangerous for traffickers, they are increasingly turning to land routes. This, he said, is prompting a promise of very serious action at the southern border, hinting at further military or law enforcement measures to come. Yet, despite the bold rhetoric, no concrete specifics were provided. This lack of detail has left both the public and Congress speculating about what the next steps might entail, fueling a sense of uncertainty and anticipation. The ambiguity, it seems, is by design. By keeping adversaries guessing, the administration hopes to create a climate of unpredictability for those who might seek to exploit U.S. vulnerabilities. This announcement weaves together Trump's signature focus on border security, his willingness to use military force, and his confrontational, headline-grabbing communication style. From the vast expanse of the Pacific to the rugged terrain of the southern border, the administration is signaling a comprehensive, aggressive strategy that spans multiple fronts. In the coming moments, we'll break down the details of the operation that set the stage for tonight's dramatic declarations, examining the tactics, the stakes, and the potential consequences. The stakes are high, and the world is watching closely to see how this bold new approach will unfold, and what it could mean for the future of U.S. border security. Stay with us as we unpack each element of this rapidly developing story, bringing you the latest updates and expert analysis as events continue to evolve. The operation was a dramatic display of precision, coordination, and overwhelming power. U.S. forces, working closely with their Colombian partners, launched a series of daring nighttime raids that destroyed several highly sophisticated drug boats in the vast expanse of the Eastern Pacific. These missions required months of planning, intelligence gathering, and seamless teamwork between nations. These vessels, often custom-built and designed to evade even the most advanced detection systems, carried massive quantities of narcotics hidden in secret compartments. Smugglers relied on stealth and speed, but the Joint Task Force was relentless in tracking them down. The mission was clear: intercept these shipments before they could ever reach U.S. shores, striking a decisive blow to cartel logistics and finances. Every intercepted boat meant millions in lost revenue for the traffickers and a safer future for communities at risk. Advanced surveillance technology, including drones and radar, tracked the boat's every move. Once located, military assets moved in swiftly, neutralizing the threat with precision and efficiency. President Trump publicly credited Colombia for its vital role, emphasizing that international cooperation is essential in the fight against global drug trafficking. The partnership sent a powerful message to criminal organizations everywhere. The operation sends a clear and unmistakable message: there are no safe havens for traffickers on the high seas. Constant vigilance and rapid response are now the new normal. Millions of dollars worth of illegal drugs were seized and destroyed, inflicting real and lasting financial pain on the cartels. Each destroyed shipment weakens their grip and disrupts their operations. The administration believes that hitting the cartels' wallets, cutting off their profits, is a key strategy to dismantling their criminal empires and reducing their influence. This operation is just one part of a much broader strategy, using military resources and intelligence to address what was once seen as only a law enforcement problem. Now, it's a coordinated, multi-agency effort. The U.S. and its allies remain vigilant, watching the seas and skies, ready to act decisively whenever and wherever the threat emerges. International unity is proving to be a powerful deterrent. The fight has moved beyond borders, becoming a truly global effort. The message to traffickers is unequivocal: no matter where you operate, the world is watching, and justice will be served. President Trump's core justification for his administration's aggressive anti-drug operations is simple and powerful. We are saving so many lives. He repeats this phrase often, making it the centerpiece of his message to the American people. He draws a direct line between the destruction of drug smuggling boats and the prevention of overdose deaths in American communities, emphasizing that every action taken at sea has a real impact on families back home. Every intercepted shipment, he argues, is not just a victory for law enforcement, but a tragedy averted. A family spared from heartbreak, a community protected from loss. Trump insists the fight must go beyond the border, extending far into international waters and foreign territories, taking the battle directly to traffickers wherever they operate, leaving no safe haven for those who profit from America's pain. Sinking one boat, he says, means millions of dangerous doses never reach American streets, potentially saving countless lives and reducing the burden on hospitals, first responders, and families. The president's language is direct and emotive, deliberately appealing to families who have lost loved ones or are living in fear of the drug crisis. He wants them to know their pain is seen and their safety is a top priority. He frames the operation as a moral imperative, suggesting that the need to save lives outweighs any concerns about the use of military tactics or the scale of the response. By casting the drug epidemic as a public health emergency, the administration seeks to rally broad support for aggressive action, uniting law enforcement, healthcare workers, and everyday citizens in a common cause. Extraordinary threats, Trump argues, require extraordinary measures, bold, decisive steps that match the scale of the crisis and demonstrate unwavering resolve. He positions himself as a leader, willing to make tough, sometimes controversial choices to protect Americans, even if it means facing criticism or taking unprecedented action. As the administration hints at even more serious actions on land, this narrative of saving lives and protecting families will be crucial in shaping public opinion and justifying future policies. Legal authority is central to this operation. Trump asserts the U.S. has full legal right to act in international waters, citing national security. He frames drug traffickers as pirates, hostile actors forfeiting legal protections. This view allows for military force, even outside U.S. territory. Cooperation with Colombia and other partners strengthens the legal and diplomatic basis for these actions. When partner nations share intelligence or consent, it legitimizes strikes that might otherwise be questioned. Trump highlights this coalition approach as key to the strategy. Ultimately, he argues, the U.S. has an inherent right to defend itself from clear and present dangers. The administration sees the drug flow as such a threat, justifying action far from U.S. shores. This broad interpretation of national security powers underpins the entire anti-drug strategy. It's a bold legal stance, setting the stage for future operations. Trump's announcement signals a strategic shift. Cartels, pressured at sea, are moving operations to land. The president warns of a very serious action coming to the southern border but offers no details. This calculated vagueness is meant to disrupt traffickers' planning and create uncertainty. The next phase could mean new technology, more personnel, or tougher rules for border agents. The message, the border will not be an easy alternative for smugglers. Psychological deterrence is now part of the administration's toolkit. The strategy is evolving, no longer just about walls or patrols, but about staying ahead of criminal tactics. Trump's commitment, adapt and escalate is needed to secure the border. The world is watching to see what this very serious action will be. The battlefront has shifted, but the administration's resolve remains. Shifting focus, Trump addressed the Russia-Ukraine conflict, calling for an end to the war and emphasizing its human cost. He positioned himself as a potential peacemaker, claiming he could bring both sides to the table. Trump criticized current strategies, arguing that military aid alone won't resolve the conflict. His approach, direct negotiation, consistent with his America First policy of ending costly foreign entanglements. He urged European nations to contribute more, insisting the U.S. shouldn't bear the burden alone. Trump's message, allies must step up for collective defense. His stance blends assertive action with a desire to broker deals, demanding more responsibility from partners. The call for peace is paired with a pragmatic look at costs. Trump offers a different path, direct, transactional, and focused on results. In a surprising turn, Trump unveiled plans for a new White House ballroom, replacing the press briefing room and swimming pool. He argued the current East Room is too small for modern state functions. The new ballroom would be grand, capable of hosting major events and enhancing the White House's prestige. Trump noted the project would be funded entirely by private donations, no taxpayer money involved. He framed it as a patriotic gift, with $300 million already pledged. The project aims to leave a lasting legacy, symbolizing bold leadership and national pride. From decisive action abroad to enhancing America's most iconic address, Trump's message is one of strength and vision. The new ballroom is intended as a testament to building for the future.